Hello YouTube family, welcome to Peggy Joe's Kitchen and welcome to my channel. I hope all is doing well today. Today I'm going to be making a delicious pan of homemade lasagna. Stay tuned and I'll show you all the ingredients that you'll need to make this delicious lasagna. Okay YouTube family, so these are the ingredients that you'll need. Of course, you'll need ground beef. I'm using 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of Italian sausage. And I've already sauteed that down. And I drained it once I was done cooking it, and I have it sitting here in this bowl. Okay, so you'll need mozzarella cheese. I'm going to be putting pepperoni into my lasagna. You'll need cottage cheese. And here I have 1 bell pepper and a medium-sized onion, some celery, and also some garlic. And I'll also slice up some mushrooms to put into my lasagna. And I'll be using this 16-ounce box of luxury lasagna. And here I have 4 quarts of water, and I'm going to go ahead and get that started boiling. And you'll need some beef broth, crushed tomatoes, some pizza sauce, and some Rotel tomatoes. And here I have a tube of tomato paste, and we'll use some of that. And I'll be salting my water. And I'm going to just salt it, and then I'll taste it to make sure I have enough salt. So this depends on your taste. And so far as my spices, I'll be using onion powder, garlic powder, seasoning salt, some herbs de Provence, basil, oregano, and some red crushed pepper. So I'm going to go ahead and get my onion, bell pepper, and celery and garlic chopped up. I'm going to do it in the food processor, so that's going to be really quick. And then I'll go ahead and slice the mushrooms. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get the onion, bell pepper, celery, and garlic chopped up. Okay, let's scrape it all down so I can chop up what didn't get chopped up the first time. Okay, I think that's it. Okay, so that's plenty. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put some olive oil down into this pan. And we're going to saute our vegetables in this olive oil. And this olive oil, it is garlic infused olive oil. I like it a lot. So let's go ahead and get that heated up. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put my vegetables down into the pot and get them sauteed up. And I had some red bell peppers chopped up, and I needed to use them, so you'll see a little bit of color into my vegetables. Okay, so let's get that going. And over here, I have the water almost boiling, and I'll be putting the lasagna noodles into the water shortly. Okay, let's go ahead and put them in there. Okay, so let's get it back up to a rolling boil, and we'll boil these for 12 minutes. Once it starts to boiling really good, then I'll set my timer for 12 minutes. Okay, so let's go ahead and set the timer for 12 minutes. And you just want to move them around to make sure that they're not sticking. And then once it gets a rapid boil, they'll be fine. But you want to make sure that they don't stick together. Okay, so my vegetables are sauteing. I'm going to add some seasoning salt to my vegetables. Because we want flavor in all the layers. We'll come back when we don't have quite as much steam going on. Okay, so we have 6 more minutes. Well, 7 more minutes, I'm sorry, left to boil before we can take them out and drain them. And this is a 93.7 ground beef, so it's pretty lean. Go ahead and flip it over with the spatula. And I'm also going to cook up a little bit of sweet Italian sausage after I'm done with the ground beef. That's the meat combination I like putting in my lasagna and spaghetti. Okay, let's chop it up a little bit more. Okay, it's almost there. And what little bit of fat that we have on the ground beef, I'm going to go ahead and drain it off in a colander. We want to discard fat when it's not necessary to keep it, whenever we can. Okay, so I think it's cooked enough. I'm going to go ahead and put it in the colander and get it strained, because it's going to cook some more in the sauce. All right, let's go ahead and get this strained off. Okay, so this is the Italian sausage that I'm going to use. And this is a 1 pound pack. And I used on the ground beef. Let's see, I'll come back and tell you how much I used on the ground beef. Okay, so my Italian sausage is browned enough. And we'll mix the Italian sausage and the ground beef when I incorporate it into the pan, back into the pot. And we'll get everything simmered down. And then it'll be time to assemble my lasagna. One of our favorite dishes in the man's home. And a friend of mine, for her birthday, she requested some lasagna. So I'm also making this for her. Her name is Kathy. Okay, so let's get this poured into the ground beef. Try not to lose any of it in the sink. And it has a little bit of fat on it as well, but it's not bad. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and start working on my mushrooms. Take all the stems off. I've already washed them and dried them off. Okay, let's go ahead and get some of them sliced up. But those noodles are really, really boiling. We're really cooking in this kitchen. The noodles are boiling really, really loud. Okay, so we're down to 2 minutes on the noodles. But they're doing really good. They're not falling apart. This is a really good pot to do my lasagna noodles in. There was a lady who was asking the name of this pot. This is, I bought this off of Amazon, and it's Wolfgang Puck. It comes with a steamer basket, and then it comes with a nice glass lid. It's a really nice pot. And it's not sponsored, no. It's just a pot that I like to use. Okay, so we're on the countdown. We have 7 more seconds left on the noodles. And that's it. Let's go ahead and drain them. Okay, let's put some cold water running down in here. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and get our mushrooms sauteed. I'm sauteing them in some garlic butter. Let's go ahead and put that in. Okay, let's go ahead and put our mushrooms in and get those sauteed down. They're going to release some water. So we're going to cook them down until the water kind of dries out of the mushrooms. And then we're going to add our sauteed seasonings. And then we'll incorporate our meat that I've already cooked down. Okay, so let's go ahead and put some seasoning salt on the mushrooms, a little garlic powder, and a little onion powder. And get those stirred up. Remember, we want flavor in all our layers. Okay. So now we're going to go ahead and put our sauteed vegetables. All right, now it's time to put our meat in. And I have 2 pounds of ground beef and 1 pound of Italian sausage. Let's go ahead and put some beef broth down into the pot that I sauteed the seasonings in, the vegetables. And get all those vegetables out of this pot. All right, let's get it stirred up. And then we'll start seasoning our meat. Okay, so seasoning salt, onion powder, and garlic powder. Let's get that stirred up. Okay, let's taste it and see. Yeah, we need to put some more spices, more seasonings. And you can season your meat to taste to your liking. And when we start assembling the lasagna, I'm going to use cottage cheese. If you like ricotta cheese, you can use that. I just like the cottage cheese over the ricotta. Okay, so it's almost time to start putting our sauces down in our meat. Let's give it one more taste. Let's add a little bit more seasoning salt. That should do it. A little bit more garlic. A little onion. Okay, got a couple big pieces of meat. Let's chop that up. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I'm going to add some of the tomato paste. And I made a little spot right there for the tomato paste. I'm just going to squeeze a little bit down in there. And then I'll add some beef broth on top of it and get it stirred up, get it mixed up. Let's add a little bit more paste. And then some more broth. I do that so it'll get mixed up really well. Okay. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and start adding the rest of our sauces. We'll start out with the Rotel tomatoes, and this is a 10-ounce can. Let's get that stirred in there. Okay, and then we'll add our pizza sauce. Let's make a little well for that. Rinse it out with some beef broth. Okay, and then the next thing we'll add will be crushed tomatoes. And I'm going to add just a little bit at a time because I don't want to put too much. Because you want your filling to be thick enough to withstand the layers in your lasagna. However, this is going to simmer down for about 25 to 30 minutes. So it will cook down. But you still want to be careful of how much sauce you put. I think we can put that whole can. And that was 15 ounces. Okay, so now that we have all our sauces in, we'll go ahead and start adding our oregano. A little oregano. Some basil. And some herbs de Provence, or Provence, however you want to say it. A few shakes of that. Okay, so let's go ahead and get that stirred up. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and turn this down and just let it simmer. You'll stir it every so often, but I'm going to simmer it on a medium low. Okay, but what I want to do now is go ahead and taste it. Okay. So now it's time to add some sugar. About 2 tablespoons for this big pot. Let's get a spoon and try it. I have a few spoons here I'm going to be tasting. Okay, I'm going to put some more sugar. So about maybe 3 tablespoons now. That should be plenty. Okay, so let's go ahead and put the top on it and let it simmer. Okay, so it's time to go ahead and assemble my lasagna. It's been simmering for 30 minutes. Okay, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and put some meat sauce in the bottom of your pan. Okay, and this is a 10 by 15 inch lasagna pan. Is put your lasagna noodles on top of that. You kind of want to overlap them slightly. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put more meat sauce on top of that first layer of noodles. Okay, now I'm going to put a few dollops of cottage cheese on top of the meat. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be in, spread it out all over. You can just kind of drop some dollops in. All right. So now I'm gonna start with my mozzarella cheese. Okay, let's go ahead and sprinkle some cheese on top. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and put some slices of pepperoni on top of your mozzarella cheese. Just kind of spread it out. Okay, so now we're going to layer some more of the noodles, and we're gonna go the opposite way with the noodles this time. Let's get some scissors and cut. Alrighty. Okay, so now we're gonna go ahead and put another layer of meat sauce. Okay, let's get it spread out. All right. Okay, so now it's time for some more cottage cheese. Like I said, if you like ricotta cheese, you can use that. But I'm not a fan of it. So I choose to use the cottage cheese. spread it out now. So now we'll put some more mozzarella. Okay, let's put a little bit more mozzarella. All right, so let's kind of mash it down a little bit, pack it in there. Okay, go wash my hands. All right, so now it's time for some more pepperoni. So we'll put another layer of the lasagna noodles. We're almost there. All right, so now it's time to top it off with the rest of my meat mixture or meat sauce. well as you can. And you want to preheat your oven to 350 on bake. Okay, so now you want to go ahead and put some more of the mozzarella cheese on top. And I'm also going to put some grated Parmesan cheese on top. Give it a nice coating of the Parmesan on top. So I'm using probably about 4 ounces. Or maybe a half a cup to 3/4 of a cup, if you need to know that. But you can put as much or as less as you want. It doesn't have to be coated like mine. I just like to coat mine pretty good. And then I go in and pack it in there. And this is going to bake up with a really nice, pretty topping when you do that. All right, it's going to go in the oven at 350 for about 30 to 35 minutes. All right, so my lasagna is really full, so I'm going to put it on a cookie sheet in case it decides it wants to boil over a little bit. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and put it in. I'm going to put it on the middle rack. and center it. Okay, let's check our lasagna. And it's ready to come out. Ooh, it's bubbling and it's heavy. There it is. We're going to let it cool off for about 10 minutes, and then I will slice a piece. Okay, so it's cool enough for me to cut it. So I'm just going to cut one little square. And it's piping hot. I don't know where to start. It's so delicious looking. Let's grab my plate. And there it is. And just look at that. Isn't it beautiful? Let's see. Let's look down in there. Some nice, beautiful layers. That's pretty. And it's going to be delicious. I sprinkle a little parsley on it. Make it look pretty. Okay, so it's time to taste test. Oh, that looks so delicious. All right, so it's time to taste test. Let's cut us a little piece. Mmm. It's good. Mmm. It's full of flavor. You gotta try this. Man, this is so good. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and end this video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And of course, don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a video. Thanks for watching my videos. Have a good evening. Bye.